It's Tuesday, December 20th, 2022. I'm watching the Channel 7 Eyewitness News at 4 p.m. Um, and they have this piece on with Nassau County. Now, on my island, or the island that I live on, there's 4 counties, three police departments. So I'm watching this. I think it's great the way that they put this together with the kids, and this cooperation between the what sees everything and at times has reason to be more angry than the rest of the public that doesn't work in public service. And then the kids and focus, and then they're like really nice combination doing something for the holidays, um, remembering why they get up to do it and who they're focusing. Again, also see what's supporting them, I suppose, underneath and keeping. Now, once upon a time, I was innocently enough amongst a class of something, and I was like, yeah, so how does that police thing work? Like, I don't know any police officers, like, and they were just learning themselves. And there was an interesting conversation because when you don't need to think of it, you just don't. But then something comes up, like whatever I'm going through now, and I'm like, right, let me think about this, like, logistically. If I had to, like, sit down and, like, explain it to my kids, how do I think it works? Like, if I had to guess and do, like, a schematic, a guess schematic between things I've learned, like special interest groups, not any particular one, but like who gives the funding? How do you put a police department together? Like, how did they loosely organize this with the amount of, and then to go and have this correlation regionally amongst a potential 3 different commissioners? I mean, that's an interesting look at things or take on things. Um, so there's that. And then I'm just watching this piece that they did, which is what brought up this conversation. Um, because I mean, you don't really think of the police department as like Jerry Lewis telethoners always looking for partnership and funding opportunities. And then you've got this whole thing of like foreign corporations and what's pushing things in, because we got some problems at the border. And how are these things being put together? Is there a committee? Is there a oversight board? Is the state involved in city stuff? Does the city operate on its own? How are the feds involved? And I'm like sitting here going, no, this is interesting. If I really think on it, in a like problematics that I've seen and some turnover and some change, and like I don't have a position with like a pension and like a paycheck in the like who's gonna bring it up, right? Of course they go after like the kid with nothing to lose. um So it's kind of like I heard the NDE kids, it's spiritual, whatever, they agreed in their social awareness that they think this is a classroom, not a courtroom. Like that's one way of looking at it. Um, some, of course, have a different position, only because it's whatever and whatever, whatever, whatever. Um, so anyhow, so I'm watching this Cards for Cops. I thought this was a really nice piece that they did. But of course, then it brings up this whole thing for me. It looks like they were allowed to do this. So, whatever their connection is, they're actually engaging with the public, which is nice. In the Queens area where I am, there's no such thing. Like the local school, it's not making holiday cards for the police at the 111, although I don't know why not, but again, I'm not as involved as whatever in I don't know how things are being run at the moment.
You still just want the stuff that you always get.
You got it's the holidays.
I need my mac and cheese.
Right.
Anyway, it's a season of giving, and hundreds of students presented over 600 self-made holiday cards to Nassau County police officers. The Cards for Cops program, sponsored by Beyond the Badge, the not-for-profit organization, created the initiative to address the mental health crisis that the law enforcement community faces.
It's a morale booster, knowing that the community really respects and loves their police department, and I want the community to know we respect and love our communities.
I think it's such a great idea. Organizers believe the cards renew the spirit for those working around the clock to keep communities safe.
And coming up on Eyewitness News First at 4, potential.
And what a wonderful place to go, and what a wonderful commissioner to ask about what's been going on Long Island. Have things been changing? I mean, did you notice anything? I mean, again, you're like the forefront. You're in the schools. You get to see the kids. There's stuff you know about, and like you're right there on the front lines because some of the residents are getting concerned. We're a little out of touch with the level of what you get to know. We feel a little not communicated with, as we need to know some things too. I mean, again, it's been a while. It's star 1978, star 8378, Nicole, Cattaruzza. It's Earth, solar system, Milky Way, universe, galaxy is broken, and it's Bayside Station, Bayside, New York, 11361. And then, of course, my whole thing is, well, if they're afraid to report things because they don't know which special interest group is collecting what, and God forbid there's more than one special interest going on at the time. I mean, like, how does one keep track of this maelstrom? Seriously.